Hello, fine fishermen. How y'all doing?
Hey, folks. This is Keith.
And this is Dell.
And we are Renjeaux, and we listen to cool albums.
Yes, we
hey,
do,
Dell.
Keith. We do listen to cool albums.
What are we listening to this
We are listening to Ultravox!
Ultravox! Quartet. It's their sixth album. It's from 1982. Let's see, their third album.
Their sixth album. Third with Midge. Sure.
Third with Midge.
Right.
Yep. Midge.
You're the guy on the third guy there.
The little Hitler mustache.
And you got Billy Currie, the keyboardist, on the left.
Yep.
Warren.
Yep, the pilot.
Cann, the drummer and electronic drummer and the drummer extraordinary.
Yep.
Midge, guitars, other keyboards, and the singer.
Main singer.
And Warren does a little vocal work too, by the way.
He does. He's a good singer.
Chris Cross, the bass player.
Bass guitars and bass synthesizers.
Yeah. He really keeps the low end going. Yes, he does.
He is, between Warren Cann and Chris Cross, these two guys are a super solid rhythm section, man.
Yep.
This is kind of them and the sound of Billy doing his, and
Midge's voice to me is great.
Midge's voice and his guitars and his keyboard work is, I mean, one thing that George Martin who produced this album, did say about this band working with these guys for this when they recorded this album was they are the most musical group I have come across in recent years.
And his daughter was a big fan.
Oh, she's probably the one that got them the gig. Probably she's like, Dad, Ultravox, they're awesome.
I'm just saying.
Daughters. I don't have a daughter, but I can imagine I would be if she liked the band. I would be forced to listen to them, and I would probably like them.
Yeah, there was some other band some other album we were listening to where the daughter had influenced whoever worked on it.
Yeah, I know. It was just a couple of weeks ago.
We'll have to go watch our shows again.
Yeah, I know.
Look, dude, if you don't mind, I'm going to get into this thing. I'm just ready to jam.
Yeah, great. This is such a cool opener. I love that bass sound. And the high strings. This was a beautiful sound. And Midge is just the voice is so smooth. So romantic,
Right.
The piano, that's Billy playing the piano. I'm sure Midge is playing the melody keyboard. Martin hold down that solid drum beat.
A wall of sound.
Yeah, four guys, man. Always fast out. I think that backup voice is Warren Cann right there.
Yeah. That bass, man. That bass just...
Love it. I love that bass sound. I always love the bass sound on this song, man. I love a lot of his bass sound.
You take my hand, give me your friendship. I'll take my time, send you my story life. Give me an inch, I'll make the best of it. Take all you want and leave all the rest to die.
I've always sung that. That's such a great sing-along, man. The little chant thing.
I'll
freedom and, facing the challenges of the world and together.
Yeah, but Midger also said that it was really about melody and rhythm, and the song's
Not
really
so
not
much about
anything.
anything. Well, I don't know. What is it? Do you take my hand and give me your friendship?
I mean, it's positive, uplifting. Reap the wild wind. That just sounds so positive and uplifting. And the song
exactly,
is
I know, just kind of.
But it was like
it feels like that. It's airy,
right.
and big, and expansive, and it is. It's got that feeling. The music does. You know.
I just funny when I was reading, it said that that song it's really all about the melody and rhythm. It's like going, oh, well, yeah. To me, it is too. So
exactly. I never really cared what the words meant. I never really paid, and I still don't. Even while I got the lyrics in front of me. I wasn't even really looking at them, but.
I was jamming with that bass. God, that bass.
Oh my God.
I was checking it out this week. Said, man, that bass is huge.
It's in your face. Yeah. Bright but deep and.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a George Martin. Well, yeah, but they've always had big bass sounds.
Paul McCartney, yeah.
No, but Ultravox has always had big bass sounds. It's been a huge part of their structure, so that makes sense.
And especially since, I think Warren Cann apparently Warren Cann was the kind of the techno guy who not techno, but technology kind of guy.
He was, believe it or not, he was the guy that was kind of pushing that end of it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he tweaked his drum machines to where he had like the first Roland drum machine, the CR78.
Right.
But he would love the sound of it, but he was frustrated by the limited
programming,
rhythmic patterns. He couldn't really program the beats that he wanted. So he actually him and his technicians, I guess, were able to get in there and rework the stuff.
Right.
He's really got an interesting story. We can talk more about him.
Yeah. Yeah, at the time, because back then I was thinking, we're in the Rush with Neil Peart, we're in the XTC with Terry Chamber. We're all these interesting drummers, and I never thought Warren Cann is really, showed up as that interesting of a drummer. But then when I started reading about all the stuff he was involved in, it was more from the technical end,
right,
as opposed to
the technology end.
That
he wanted to he wanted to do stuff that wasn't technically possible, and so he I guess he had somebody hacking with him, or I don't know, was he
maybe he was because
soldering iron, and
I know later on he ended up later on, or was it kind of in that area a little bit later after this he started working with Hans Zimmer,
Right.
So,
he and Hans Zimmer were pals, were buddies, were partners on several creative projects, kind of like in the early to mid '80s, weren't they?
Right. So so he's always, I didn't realize at the time, but he's always been kind of pushing that envelope. In fact, the whole reason the band kind of separated from him, quote, fired him, because he wanted to go more electronic, and they still wanted to be more of a rock drummer band. And so they went different directions after Lament. And then I saw where Midger said when they did that, it was like they kind of cut their own
jugular
in a way, right?
I mean, and because he's like the throbbing beat of Ultravox, I mean.
And I didn't realize how much he put into the lyrics too. Like he put in a lot of lyrical ideas into this as well.
So on this album, every song is written by the band.
Right.
Apparently was it like Vienna?
Vienna, he wrote 2/3 of the lyrics.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Most of the lyrics. So, I guess later on, as some bands do, they kind of, stop delineating between who's actually doing what, and they just say everybody writes the song.
And since we're talking about Warren Cann, he's Canadian.
Born in Victoria, so up here in the great Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, in fact, he even moved to Britain until he was 22.
Southwest.
So so
yeah.
He's kind of like the oddball out anyway.
Yeah, he really was kind of an oddball. It seems like, but a really interesting oddball.